Hi guys, it's 11:40-ish, 11:38, and phone's finally slowed down a little bit. Um, I'm feeling particularly lazy today. I think after 5 days with a 5.5 days with a energetic 8-year-old, and then playing with them last night, and then staying out late, getting home. I guess we got home about let's see what time, 11:45 I think ish. Of course, by the time I fell asleep, it's like 1:30. And then the phone started ringing at 7. Um, yeah, their phone at the Bugman office is messed up, so while they're waiting for the phone company to come fix it, the calls are coming here, which is fine. I mean, he told me when it's not 9 to 5 to just let them go to voicemail, which I did, but it still rings, and Um, so yeah, I'm pretty tired, so I have no plans for today. I thought about not even vlogging today because I'm just so tired. But I will. There won't be anything really to talk about. Won't be much. Um, Pete just went out. He got back from his treatment. He just went out for some loo roll, as some of you call it, and some light bulbs, and some half and half for me. I sent him right back out. And so this afternoon, I figure when the calls get slow, they typically get slow in mid afternoon. And Pete and Chewy can go somewhere and I can get the birds out and whatever. Anyway, do their big cleaning. Last night we came home. There was a whole bunch of new ones. I mean, it was very dark, so we couldn't see well, but there was two in the pull-throughs. It was very dark, so we couldn't see well, but there was two in the pull-throughs and one right here. And then when we got up this morning, they were all gone. And like I say, we were up early. That the one across there really wanted to see in the daylight, but didn't meant to be or wasn't meant. We got a little class C down here that's new, and I don't know if that fifth wheel is still over there because Pete has the chair turned, so I can't see. But yeah, it's getting to be the weekend, and that fifth wheel's the only one I really see. Not fifth wheel, that class C. It's the only new one I see, unless that fifth wheel's still over there on the other side of the bathroom house or shower or whatever. So that's what's going on today. Not much. I'm going to roast vegetables for Pete for dinner like we did the other night, only different ones. And for me, there's one more steak in the freezer. I'm going to fry it up and see if I can chew it. And that'll be probably the last of my steak days. Because my jaws, the arthritis is just getting worse and it's getting too painful. So it doesn't matter. I like hamburgers. That's fine. That's everything. So that's everything for now. I had a bunch of funny, cute footage yesterday of Lyra taking her bath, which I was very careful not to include anything that shouldn't be seen, but I ended up not putting it in because A, the video was pretty long already, and B, I don't know, I just didn't feel right about it. So I'm sure Leland and Lyra have been having a good morning at their daycare today. They just love it. And yesterday when we went to pick Lyra up, of course, Leland went in with me and all the other boys are, "Hey, Leland, where you been?" So that was cute. And then they're off this afternoon because they all have dentist appointments, Casey, Leland, and Lyra. So I will see you guys later. Now I'm going to go get the meat out of the freezer, pour myself a cup of coffee, and probably play my keyboard. So I'll see you later. Bye. Who? Airstream. Oh. Pete was just saying there's an Airstream that came in, but we got this one next door here. We got two over there that came in, and look down there. Yikes, it's packed down there. Packed down there, and on the other side, on the other road. So there's a whole ton of them that came in today. Now, she's been quiet all day. She just started this a few minutes ago. She has been perfectly quiet all day. I have a wooden duck in there, and she's been chewing on that duck and making toothpicks. It's been keeping her happy all day. And look at that little tin. There's a Kmart that's going out of business here in West Branch, and Pete was able to go there and pick up that little screen house and propane lantern and a couple chairs, folding camp chairs. Not really camp chairs, but for just over $100 for all that stuff. And there is an Airstream that's coming in. It's going to be, let me see if I can. There, that's a little better. It's going to be across the street, I guess. Yeah, wow, this place. I bet you a dozen people came in today, wouldn't you say, Pete?
I'd say so, yeah.
We got a ton of people in. Well, I'm struggling because the Bugman office phone, there's something wrong with it. It is not handling calls for some reason. And he's been having trouble for a couple days, so the calls have been coming here overnight as well. Just he's leaving them forwarded to me. And so, because he can't handle them there. So he said, when the calls come in, I'm supposed to send him messages so he can take care of the calls because I'm not working. Okay, well, that's fine, and I'm happy to do it, but if I'm just sitting here and the computer's sitting here and the phone's ringing, why don't I just make the appointment? I mean, it just seems as easy to do that as it is to send it to him, and then he called the people to make the appointment. So I'm struggling. Do I do what he told me to do, or I just go ahead and deal with it? which is what my natural tendency is. Just deal with it. So that's what I've been doing. And anyway, there's Chewy, because Dad's been in and out and gone all day, and Chewy has been watching the door and watching the window and keeping his eye out for Dad. Now Dad's home, and there's Chewy, won't leave him alone. Right, Chewy? Tail wag. Wait, Chewy. He's so cute. So, anyway, I didn't get dressed today, and I'm not going to get dressed today. I'm exhausted. I got to tell you guys about last night we were babysitting for Leland and Lyra. And Lyra is if you took the phrase self-willed or strong-willed child and multiplied it by 2,000, you'd get a description of Lyra. She is the most determined and stubborn, and she's not contrary because she doesn't do things to spite people, or just because you say one thing she doesn't say another, but she knows what she wants to do and when she wants to do it, and nothing will sway her or dissuade her, including saying stop or whatever. Like if she were to run into the street, for example, she's going to do what she's going to do, which is kind of not a happy thing. But anyway, so last night Leland was in the kitchen, and Lyra was like between the kitchen and the living room, and I said, Lyra, come here a minute, please. Her hair was sweaty and sticking to her and everything. I was going to pull it off her neck and comb her hair and stuff, and I was sitting on the couch. And I said, Lyra, come here a minute, please. And she looked at me and said, no. And Leland stopped what he was doing and froze, and then he turned around, slowly looked at Lyra and said, Lyra, you never tell Ugma no. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. Which is true. That's probably the one thing she shouldn't have done. So I just went over and picked her up and sat her on my lap. Did what I was going to do while she cried and kicked and screamed. And I wasn't even holding her down. She could have gotten away at any time. But she kicked and screamed and I want my mommy. And just on and on and on. And that lasted for 2 or 3 minutes, and then when she settled down enough to talk to me, I let her go, you know, and I had done her hair and did what I intended to do, but she just had a little royal fit about it. But that was just so cute the way Leland said that. Like his whole look on his face was, "Oh no, the sky is gonna fall." Lyra told Ugma, "No." It was so cute. She just tickles me because she is so totally opposite of Casey or Leland, who were both very compliant and obedient children. Very easy to raise, but not Lyra. She's a total opposite, but she's a good challenge for Casey, and Casey just loves her to pieces and gets such a big kick out of her too. So that's all that's going on, and I will probably, see you tomorrow. We do have some fun plans for tomorrow, but I tell you now and spoil the surprise, right? I'm going to go make dinner, and hope you guys have a great weekend. A sensational Saturday. Take care, God bless, and good night.